Good afternoon, everybody. It is Nikki Race-Jones here from the Trailblazers, and I am so delighted to be joined today by the amazing Nikki Van Zelm and Janine Colmore-Williams, who join us from an amazing community they're building called Live Out Loud. So welcome, ladies. Looks like you're on a beach somewhere in Thailand. What's going on?
Well, I'm not too sure if it's Thailand. We live pretty close to a beach that looks pretty similar to this, but it saves you from having to look at my laundry in my lounge room.
I love it. I love it. Let's all dream about when we can travel again. I hope that the world opens up again soon. But look, you girls have been involved with NSE now and building your amazing community for what, 2-3 months? Not very long at all. You've both reached your first level of promotion really quickly. And Nikki, you're the one that reached out to me after a couple of years and said, just tell me your story. Tell me why you got started. When was it? September, I think that you...
Yeah, September. So, hey everybody, I'm Nikki. I'm so excited to be part of this business. I have known Nique Race-Jones for many, many years, in fact about 20 years, and I want to say about 3 years ago when Nikki moved to Waiheke, is that about right? 3 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Nikki approached me about the business. I went and saw her, we had a chat, she showed me the Lumi Spa. The timing wasn't quite right for me then, but I did end up buying a Lumi Spa. My skin is not as good as it should be, given that I'm from South Africa. So I have definitely given it a bit of a hard time. So I thought, great, I'll get involved with that. And off I went on my merry way. Fast forward to, I want to say about 2 months ago, maybe even 6 weeks ago. I kind of hit a bit of a low patch. Obviously, COVID's been tough on a lot of us. My job, thankfully, was able to keep me during COVID, but I was on the wage subsidy. I'm a single mum, and I was finding things really, really tough. So I said to Nikki, come round and have dinner, and it literally was that. It was just dinner and a chat and a really good girlfriend to have a talk to, and we started chatting, and Nikki explained to me how well she's done in this business and what the opportunity could be for me. And it was just like a light bulb moment. I couldn't not actually get involved. I'm so tired of being just over broke, which is the acronym for job. My kids are my absolute driving force. And I've had a tough time with relationships and things. So I've always been told I'm not good enough. I'm never going to get anywhere. I'm never going to do well. And I guess that's put the spark in my soul to actually go out there and just get involved in this. And I have looked at a lot of opportunities, as I'm sure a lot of you have as well. You know, let's do drop shipping, or let's do Shopify, or just go and get another job, sit in traffic, be part of the corporate world, you know. All of that, you're not actually a master of your own time. And time to me, especially while my kids are still at home, is incredibly valuable. And so I got involved in this, as I said, about 6-7 weeks ago. Introduced it to my best friend Janine, who's here with me, and together we have just decided that this is it. This is such an exciting journey. We are driven, we've got our goal, we've got our why, we believe in the business, we've got this amazing support, amazing coaches, amazing mentors, fabulous training. And what it's going to create for me, and also for Janine, I'm sure, is financial freedom, time freedom, all those things that we want, and the ability to actually choose and have a choice. And that's what I'm so excited about. So yeah, Nikki, thank you for the opportunity, really. I'm excited.
Yeah, look, I mean, you don't need to thank me. I can, you know, I talk to a lot of people about this, but if the timing's not right and they're not ready to make the decision about you know, something needs to change for themselves and the lives of other people, and have a burning desire to change it, you know, nothing will happen. So it's, yeah, it's you girls all the way. But look, I think, Janine, let's move over to you. You're probably one of the most motivated people I've ever met.
Thank you.
Yep.
My gosh, what an introduction. Hi.
Really fast, and you made the decision to come on board and go for it. Like, I know that you didn't want to mess around. You're like, tell me what I have to do. Tell me your little story again, because it's great.
Yeah, well, hi everyone, I'm Janine, and I've known this Nique for about 14 years now, and we've been best friends for all that time. So we've been going through each other's journeys, supporting each other. And like every big decision you make in life, ours was made over a good glass of bubbles. So Nique came over to my house as 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as you do, and said to me, I'm going to start a business. And I'm like, what? We haven't talked about this. She, don't worry about it. I'll open the bottle. You watch this video. You don't have to watch all of it, okay? But just have a look. So anyway, I get Jeff and Nique show in front of me, and 50 minutes later, I said, right, where do I sign? I instantly connected with the leveraged income piece. I'm a person who moves at a very fast velocity, and I'm a very competitive high achiever. So this kind of business model really resonated with me. My personal story is I'm also a solo mother of 2 teenagers here on Waiheke Island. I have my own business, which I set up 3 years ago. I've got a consulting and technology company, and I set that business up to set me free. But guess what? I wasn't free. I was working 7 days a week. I was extremely stressed. I sold my house to fund this business, and COVID hit, and it was a little bit like a fire blanket putting out a candle. It just went out instantly. So when Nique presented me with the opportunity, I jumped at it, and it's been one hell of a fun ride ever since. Yes, we've moved fast, but why the hell not? We're in a perfect storm right now, whether it's looking through the lens of COVID and understanding that there's a lot of people out there that need to look at something different, whether it's a supplementary income or whether actually it's something completely different to change their life. But we've also got really exciting product launches coming up, right? So Boost, why would you not want to ride that wave? So here we are, having a hell of a lot of fun. By the way, that beach, I'm going to make it up, I think Thailand, and that house in the background on the cliff, that's ours.
Just 6 months.
Yeah, in 6 months. Just saying, yeah. So that's my story.
All we need is an airplane to be able to get there.
I was thinking more helicopter. Just, you know, that whole, carbon footprint and all that.
Sounds great, yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, look, you mentioned the Boost device. I have got it here somewhere, but it's not actually at hand. I should have had it ready. But it's this sexy little thing that plumps up side of your face, and just gorgeous. And we are launching it first in the Pacific region before anywhere else in the world. Europe and America won't get it till well into next year. So it's an incredible opportunity, and we're partnered with a company, NSE, which allows us, it's just so much innovation and gives us so much opportunity, including the digital platforms that we can operate on. We get paid daily, weekly, and monthly, and you girls are just starting to experience now the different types of payment that as you grow and as your business grows, you literally get an alert on your phone saying, congratulations, you have, been paid this or that or whatever. And it's terribly exciting. And you can follow the whole business on the phone. You get a free website. I mean, just as one of you, I don't know who wants to speak to this, but what has been your experience of the tools that you're given from day one, including the training and then the digital platform that's provided for us? We'll talk about the products afterwards.
Yeah, well, I think from the perspective of somebody that set up a business herself, when you start with NSE, it is all there for you. So you sign up as an affiliate and it's completely obligation free. Your training, which is some of the best I've seen, and I'm from the HR world originally, the training is second to none. So it takes you through an iterative development phase that you can take at your own speed. clearly Nique and I smashed it in about 2 days. But what it does is it allows you to absorb the information at your own time. And at the same time, what you've got then is a digital platform where you've got access to your own website. You subdomain name it yourself, so it's got that personal touch. And absolutely everything is there. You do not have to worry about how payment's going to be facilitated, how products are going to be delivered. The whole thing is done for you. So all you need to do, people, is leverage that network that you've got, get on social media and start telling your story. It really is as simple as that.
And I think from my point of view, like Janine said, I mean, the training's been absolutely phenomenal. And Janine's fabulously techno geeky to a degree. I am useless, absolutely useless. And I could figure it all out because it's all there. So anybody can do this business.
Yeah.
The other thing that was really, really great for me about the training is, as I said earlier, there are other businesses that I've looked at where you've had to set up a website from scratch. Way too hard, even though they tell you it's easy. Yeah. It all ends up costing you a whole lot of money as well, whereas this is free to join. And the other thing is that the training is in snippet pieces. So for those of you who, you know, are single parents or have a busy life working with kids, you don't need to sit down for hours and hours. It's little snippets of really, really easy absorbable information that you can apply straight away. And that for me was just fantastic. And you can also keep dipping in and out. If you feel you need to go back in and look at something or check something, it's all there for you. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
I think the other thing that's worth noting too is when we talk about training, we're not talking about getting you to understand the ingredients for 250 products. Okay, that's not the type of training we're talking about. What we're talking about is personal development training and what it is that you psychologically, emotionally have to do in order to get your why right, your headspace right. And it takes you through a journey of asking a whole lot of questions about actually, as a solo mother, as a woman who wants financial freedom, who wants to be able to spend more time. God, I'd love time for myself. But in order to understand that, this training takes you through a process of really making you think about what's important for you and all the different aspects of your life. So it's not about product training because guess what? NSE takes care of that too. So, you know, we've got DocBot, we've got Vera, and we won't go into the detail of that. But this training is all about looking into yourself and understanding what it is you have that is innate about you that you can bring to the table that drives the difference out there. And that's what that training does.
Absolutely. You're right. I mean, I've been a business owner, entrepreneur for nearly 20 years, and I've been involved on the NSE platform for 3.5 years of those. And it's amazing, you know, I've done business coaching in the past and run, you know, been a master franchisor, and it's amazing how many people start businesses and they think, just like you said, they think it's going to set them free. And that's part of my old story. But a lot of people don't begin with the end in mind. So they don't have an exit strategy and why they're starting the business in the first place. They just kind of get sucked into something like, oh, that would be nice and I can do that and blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly you've got all these expenses, you know, and you're setting up a business which turns into a huge can of worms very often. And you know, a lot of people are beginning side gigs, especially in New Zealand and the rest of the world. I read an article the other day that a lot of people are then very challenged by the technology behind it all. But as Nique said, you know, anyone can do this, and you don't have to do it all online. A lot of people do it offline as well. So it's fantastic. I want to also talk about, you did just mention Vera, the skin analysis tool that has been released like 2 weeks ago or something. It's still in beta testing. But what's so amazing is because some of our products, you know, obviously we have the leading at-home beauty devices that we are now #1 in the world for. We've got advanced health and wellness products and supplements and immune boosting stuff and just all kinds of other things that are going to make people feel and look great. But, you know, when you're growing a global business from your phone, they've connected us with over 50 countries in the world. And Vera is one of those tools that we've now been given. You literally can send a link to anyone. It's going to be, you know, global. At the moment, it's a few select countries. And people can do an analysis, or Vera does an analysis of their skin, and then puts the products into the shopping cart for you and recommends, you know, what's best for your skin type based on your concerns and so on and so on. So really exciting. So for an entrepreneur, you know, the possibility to grow a global business and not have to be an expert or worry about the payment, as you said, or worry about the shipping is seamless. And then you get paid on the same day wherever you are. And we're in New Zealand on Waiheke Island.
I think the wow factor for the customer is quite incredible. When you send them Vera and they go through the process and they take a selfie and answer a couple of questions, and it comes up with a pictorial view of what their skin looks like and where they could potentially work at making the skin plumper or richer or feeding it or whatever the case may be. And it's just, the wow factor is incredible. It really is.
Yeah, no, and the results can be very quick with the products. What are your, before we go on, I want to go on and talk about your community in a minute, but while we're just talking about products, what are some of the, you know, your favorites within, because you guys have tried pretty much everything. You started, you know, your businesses with product.
Favorite is so hard, right? Because you instantly jump, like I'm 52. So you jump at the fact of you will get the galvanic spa, right? Because everyone wants to wrinkle out, you know, iron out the wrinkles, and then you think, oh, well, then there's the Lumi spa, because that is just the most incredible cleansing tool ever. But actually, it's kind of like, I tried the hair serum because it came with my pack, and I thought, okay, well, I've got fine short hair. It's incredible. My hair is growing, it's thicker. So and then you've got the self-tanning cream, which my daughter has used most of. So if you've got teenagers, people get double of everything.
And then also there's the body scrub, which is absolutely
with the walnut
amazing. In it. And the shampoo and the conditioner. And even the moisturizers. And I mean, the products are really, really amazing. They feel so divine on your skin and on your body. It's just, I wouldn't even look back at anything else.
No
ways.
No, exactly. And it's all backed by science, you know, the best of nature, but backed by 75 scientists who are behind all of these things. And a lot of the products are backed up by, you know, real clinical studies, so we can really document why things work, and, you know, and we work a lot with top universities. So that's really exciting. But you're right, you just have to try experiencing the products. And I agree, that walnut kernel body scrub and then the Instaglow top, get a nice natural looking tan. Really cool.
Well, the other thing, you know, Janine was saying, watch all your products if you've got children. Thankfully, I don't have a teenage daughter at home.
I do.
But the G3 juice, so I've got my boys into that. So my boys are incredibly sporty. They do long hours at school. Come weekend time, they are absolutely knackered. And so I've been giving them G3 juice every morning. And I can see the difference, and they can feel the difference. And so it's a bit of a challenge trying to keep that in my fridge, but
but everyone needs an antioxidant boost these days, and it really is packed full of things. So that's great. Now, amazing. Let's talk about your incredible community that you have you know, come up with, live out loud. It's really inspiring. I mean, I just get the more I'm in this business, the more I know how much the possibility of helping people to financial resilience and so on is real, you know, like lives are changing through this business. That's what keeps me going and drives me. Tell me about what's behind your Live Out Loud and what are you creating? It's really great.
Okay.
More bubbles.
Yeah.
And a brainstorm.
Yeah. So Live Out Loud was born, I guess, as a maturity phase of our personal why. So Nique has her why, I've got my why. But when we came together, and the longer we kind of been in this business, what we realized that we're really connecting with, and what is becoming a deep, deep passion for us, is the ability to be able to inspire and help develop and connect people with this opportunity. And LOL is an acronym we use all the time, whether we're laughing out loud or loving out loud or whatever the case may be. But living out loud is just, it's the pure definition of how it is we want to live our lives and how we want to inspire other people to be able to look at their lives and
kind of give them permission, I guess, to actually be able to dream out loud, live out loud.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's not so much in our generation, but you still do see aspects of it where people don't think they have permission to be able to go out there and drive and become successful and celebrate it out loud. And so we wanted to create a forum that allows people to come to a place and share their passion for life through the Live Out Loud community and be inspired by other people. Because when you connect with your why and when you go to sleep with it, when you wake up with it, it is something that allows you to grow and develop in a really exciting way. When things are tough, it's what drags you through the treacle. So we decided to bring this to life in a way where we develop a community and we get more people living out loud.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And, you know, the great thing about our business and our platform is that people can participate however they want. And some people are just consumers of the products. They may use a couple of the products and remain there, but they can still be part of this amazing community. Whereas others will go on to inspire, other people and, build a team, if you like, of other people who also want to look and feel fabulous. So it's, it's great what you're creating.
I think also one of the things with Live Out Loud is it's a nurturing platform as well, because what we've discovered, I think, in our community is that there are a lot of people out there who are hurting. There are a lot of people who've been beaten down, and I don't mean that physically. I mean, it might be mentally, it might be job, it might be, who knows what's going on in people's lives. And it's for us, it's about nurturing that and letting people know it's okay to talk about it and bring it out in the open. And we're all there to support and to help them, as Janine says, live out loud. Simple as that.
Yeah, and be your best self. Absolutely. I think a lot of, particularly women, are we've all been conditioned, that and then there's the awful tall poppy syndrome, but we've been conditioned to sort of think that you have to do this and this, and that's going to equal that, and you need to do that for 40 odd years, a job or 2 jobs to be able to get by. The world has changed now, and there's so much incredible technology that can now be embraced. And so anyone who is ready for, to go, actually, what happened to the dreams I had when I was 21 years old? It's like suddenly I'm 40 or 50, God forbid, and you just think, wow, how, surely there's another way. And, this isn't for everybody, but to be part of this community is always, people are already finding it very inspiring and wonderful. There's a lot of personal growth. So, and I think if you're not growing, then what's the opposite? Stagnation, right? And that's not good for anyone. So,
No, absolutely.
Yeah. So for anyone listening to this who's thinking, oh yeah, I could do with a bit of personal growth, or I just want to try the Lumi Spa or whatever, just let the girls know. For sure. Yeah. What are you excited about at the moment?
I think I'm excited about the sheer possibility. Like, there are no boundaries any longer. I'm ex-corporate, so there's a lot of boundaries in the corporate world. Yeah. And to be your true, authentic self is something that's very difficult to do in a lot of jobs that people have. And for me, what I'm truly excited about is, the financial piece that I have no doubt that we'll realize. But this is no boundaries, people. You can take your dream and you can do whatever you want with it. And when you're given that power to be able to dream and dream out loud and bring it to life, that's what I'm really excited about. It's, being able to make your own choices because you want to, not because you have to, or because somebody else wants you to, or somebody thinks that you should. It all becomes about what's really, really important to you. And that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
There's that lovely saying, life's a journey, enjoy the ride. And, we're not living in a dress rehearsal. This is real stuff. You don't get a second chance at it. So when an opportunity like this comes along and you can actually see or start to see the choices and, just the fantastic opportunities, it's really, really exciting. It's really exciting.
Yeah, that and being surrounded by a whole bunch of people that, it's clearly the supplements, right? But they have so much energy and so much passion for life that you cannot help but get swept up into it, and for all the right reasons, right? And that excites me every day. As a solo parent, you can wake up sometimes and go, God. But when you connect with the people in the community, it brings you back up again, and that is really exciting. You've always got someone there that will tap you on the shoulder and bring you back to life again, and that's huge.
Yeah. And as you grow the business, you've got a whole bunch of people who are growing as well, because you've had a conversation with them, and that is, that's what often is the most inspiring thing for everyone. Like, if you're not somebody who loves helping people, this is not the right business for you.
No.
It really isn't.
I guess that is one of the exciting things, is it's not, it's watching other people develop. And being able to help other people. And I mean, as human beings, well, most of us, that's really what we want to do, is we want to nurture, value, help. And in this business, you can. And the more you do that, the more excited and passionate you become, because you're seeing what you're doing is actually changing other people's lives, and what they're doing is changing other people's lives. No corporate company is going to do that for you. No. They don't care. You're just a number.
That's right. Absolutely. And we're supported by, this is what I just love about the business. We're supported by a whole heap of people who have just been doing it longer. Some of them are multimillionaires. Some of them are, creating enough that they don't, they've got a comfortable amount coming in every month that they don't even have to worry about. You can go to wherever you want to in this business. But our success, like their success, is because, like they can't be successful unless we're successful. Do you see what I mean? So it's not many structures or, where most people, and especially if it's a kind of, I don't know, I haven't been in corporate long enough. It was never for me. But I know with sales teams, there was always a bit of like, a bit of too much competition and not necessarily looking after each other. Or the more you sell, suddenly the commissions are going down rather than up. Or the more, product we move through our accounts, the more it goes up. So it's just incredible. So really, really exciting. And just going, starting to sum up here, but the why, you've got to have a strong why, and then, as they say, the how takes care of itself. I remember beginning just going, right, I've made a decision, I know what I want and why. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get there, but I just thought to myself, I'm going to do whatever it takes and try different things and learn, somehow, surely, that, because so many people are succeeding in this business as well. So, what's your experience been of that,
Well, I think you raised a good point. Once you've connected with your why and you make the affirmative decision to go ahead, the how, don't worry about that. That's what we're here for. So, there is always support. There is always a channel by which you can contact somebody who's been in this business for a lot longer. And you say, hey, I'm stuck. And that person will motivate, encourage, give you direction, give you guidance, be standing right next to you when you're enrolling people. You're not doing this on your own. It has to be your why, but you're not doing this on your own. It goes back to that community piece of us all being here to hold each other up. So you won't be left to sink. You won't be left under the pressure of, have you done this and have you done that? It is a much more of a nurturing environment than a dictatorial one.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. And I'll let you girls wrap up. Maybe Nique, you can tell me what would you say to someone who's considering the business or is at a loose end and thinking, how am I listening to this and going,
just take a look. This might be what changes your life. And like Nique said earlier, it's not for everybody, but this may just be the one that's going to open your door to whatever your why is. So my advice would be just have a conversation. Reach out. We're here to help. We're here to nurture. We're here to show you the journey if that's what you want to do, as fast or as slow as you'd like to. And we would love you to be part of our team.
Yeah, totally. Just come into it with an open mind. We'll give you all the information you need, all the support you need. And if it's for you, yay, that's great.
Maybe you can come and join us in Thailand at this house over here.
Yeah. The other house is Tuscany, right?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Tuscany or Thailand.
Yeah.
Well, I love the look of that beach, and it does look like you're there. We could have done with a bit of wind fluttering through your hair. You should have put a fan on.
We got the cocktails, though. Oh, hang on.
There we go. Well, thank you so much, girls, for joining me this afternoon. You're a true inspiration, and you are already touching and inspiring a whole heap of people around the place to better themselves and to help other people to better futures. So I cannot wait for to continue this journey with you. I'm loving working with you, and I just think you're both amazing. So thank you for your valuable time this afternoon. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Nique.
Yeah, take care. Lots of love.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.